Go ahead, Peter.
No, Patrick Bateman, you start the show.
Peter Michaels.
Patrick Bateman.
What's going on, dude?
What are we up to? Episode, what is this going to?
33.
14. We're at 14.
14. Lucky number 14.
Everything's been going good with you?
Yeah, it's been busy. It's been hot, too.
Very hot. Actually, just as we came into the studio, there's a guy across the street. So we have a nice little patio out front. There's a lot of restaurants there and everything. And dude's just sitting there in like a real skimpy pair of shorts, shirt off, wrapped around his head, and just kind of...
Just lamping.
Just lamping. Just done. This is a lot of heat for us.
Well, yeah, it's been hot. I've enjoyed it most of the time, as we mentioned in a previous episode, but it's definitely summer. And we're getting more and more show announcements. Like every friggin' day, it feels like we've got a show announcement to make, which is wild.
It's hard to keep up.
There weren't this many shows before the pandemic.
It was pretty busy.
Like, it was, but this is like.
But what'd you expect?
Everyone and their mother is touring.
If we go way back in time, I do believe Tyler from Said the Whale on the episode that we had with him, he had talked about that, how the floodgates were going to open and everything was going to bottleneck. So you might end up seeing some packages.
Whereas Liam last week was talking about like, yeah, you guys go ahead.
Yeah, you guys go do your thing.
We'll be behind. We'll wait. We'll wait our turn.
There's a couple of bands that Shane from One Bad Son said the same thing. They're just going to kind of wait and let everybody get out and do their thing.
Okay. Shane has not been on the show yet, though.
Shane has not been on the show.
Okay. Kurt, his bandmate Kurt has been.
Correct.
I have to bring something up because last week we were talking about, well, I really want to meet these Go Services Inc. dudes, right?
Sure.
And I've got lots of ideas. I want to know about the advancement in porta potties. And the other day we posted about our episode with Liam Cormier of The Road the Stage from a week ago. And they commented on the post. You can check it out, but it says a restroom trailer with heating and AC. You might be onto something, Patrick, and proceeded to post a very short video featuring what I believe is called the Executive Suite.
Of course it would be if it's got heat and AC.
This is the nicest. I mean, this is yes, still a porta potty, but also nicer than most bathrooms I've been into.
Does it have a bidet?
And still no word on the bidet. So I'm really, again, I think we have plans to meet those guys pretty soon. But I asked them if I could live there, and they said honestly, there's enough room for a bed in there, so I don't see why not. And then they're not wrong. You could easily put a bed in there.
So this is on social media now. It's on the podcast now. I think at some point you are living in a porta potty.
Me?
Yeah.
Yeah, I'll do. Why don't we do that? We'll get some band in town, and we'll get them to commit to living in one of these Go Services Inc. Executive bathrooms for 24 hours.
I believe it's you that is supposed to live in it, and not.
So what are you gonna do?
I'll give you encourage.
No.
We are not shacking up in a porta potty together. That's for sure.
This isn't half of Jackass. This is a collaboration. But yeah, I'll live in a porta potty.
Well, especially that executive does look pretty sweet. Now, do you are you drawing up blueprints? Are you getting patents down on some of these ideas?
Listen, I'm not trying to make a buck. I just genuinely love bathrooms, and I love thinking about porta potties, especially since Go Services Inc. hopped on, and thinking about how different they were when I was a youngster compared to, go check out that video. It's amazing. I mean, a porta potty when you were a kid was probably just a hole in the ground.
Outhouse, they called them, yeah. Just
exactly.
The old wooden and a moon for the guys and the girls.
Wait, a moon?
Wasn't it a moon? Half the crescent moon was.
Explain that. What do you mean?
I don't know. Go watch some old westerns.
Half a crescent moon was for men, and what was?
I can't remember what women's outhouses would have, but I do believe they had them. Somebody back me up on this?
Seems like dangerous territory.
Go watch Tombstone or something. You'll see it in there.
Okay, fine.
You do back up the talk, though, because I remember a couple of years ago, back in your radio days, here in Red Deer, just outside Red Deer, we have one of the nicest bathrooms, or it's been rated the nicest bathroom in all of Canada.
Well, they're competing for nicest bathroom in all of Canada.
But that year they had won, though, right?
Were they?
It's a yearly competition.
I think the sign said nominee. We can check on that.
Well,
they're not sponsors. So
there's a whole lot of fact checking we got to do on this one.
That was a beautiful bathroom. You can see that video online too. Actually, it popped up in my feed a few weeks ago.
I don't doubt it.
Yeah, it was a gorgeous bathroom.
What was there's something about the glass? Were there glass?
Yeah, when you close, so they had a couple of elegant stalls, and then there was like a big stall for pooping, or whatever. Not a urinal is what I mean to say. And when you close the door to the stall, it had like a panel window. And the window froze over. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
Glossed, like it just like you couldn't see through it
So you
anymore.
could see through it until you closed it.
Yes.
And then you got your privacy to do your...
One way, at least.
Interesting.
Yeah.
Okay, well, mark that down for another idea for the executive
We'll go there. We'll
bathroom
go
from Go Services.
We'll go take him there, take him for a tour, and see if we can get any ideas going. Who else is hanging out today?
We want to thank, of course, Sawback Brewing here in Red Deer, Tourism Red Deer, and Beau's Bar and Stage.
And, of course, producers Ryan and Ryley at the Communal Creative Studios. Hand, fist, pump, in the air thing, whatever. Okay.
Woo-woo.
Who do we have today?
We just said. Oh, guests. This isn't it? It's not just us?
Guests. I've been looking
Guests.
forward to this chat. I don't know. These guys are a bunch of jokers, bunch of clowns.
Yeah.
I've had some fun with them in the past, and yeah, I don't know what to say.
There's a sense of humor behind these guys for sure, and they bring it each and every time. We've had lots of chances to see them here in Red Deer.
Well, I've never seen them, but anyways, go ahead.
What?
Nope. Go ahead.
No, I think you need to explain yourself.
Well, I just haven't. Don't care for their music, if I'm being honest.
Okay.
I'm just joking. I'm just joking.
It's on record now. Let's chat with the Elwins.
What's going on?
Not much. I'm a little confused right now. We've got Flurf, we've got the Elwins, and we've got Travis. What are you guys not roommates anymore?
Feurd and I are no longer roommates.
Wow.
We had a huge fight.
Oh,
Wow.
I thought maybe it was just he grew up and, needed to be out on his own, but no, it was a fight, was it?
It was a blow up. Big fight.
Yeah. No, I actually became a lot less mature than I was. Yeah.
I see. You outmatured each other, kind of.
Yeah.
Was
I was too mature, and Feurd wasn't mature enough.
Was it a Fortnite fight? Did something happen in Fortnite? Is that what the deal was?
I think once we got a second console in the house, we could just, the people we were playing with could just hear the both of us too much.
Right.
So we were like, we need some more distance between us. So Feurd moved out.
You could have just updated or upgraded your headset gear, but it's all good. Don't worry.
Yeah, I'm just using the built-in microphone and the controller right now. So
Okay.
it picked up a lot. So they would be getting double doses of Feurd. And we're laughing a lot while we're playing. So it was getting pretty hectic for some people.
I once, years and years ago, got to play Fortnite with a Winnipeg Jets player.
Oh, yeah. That's
Oh, wow.
He was somehow connected to someone that I'd been gaming with, and he was like, yo, we need a fourth, hop in. And it was Fortnite. Again, 4 or 5 years ago. It was probably
Can
3
we just
years
say
ago
this
now.
isn't just a Winnipeg Jets player?
What do you mean? It's not who you think it is.
But you did.
No, we're not going to name drop. I don't name drop.
All right,
okay?
fine.
It's also a Fortnite player.
Anyways, so we're playing, and I'm like, oh, this is kind of cool. I'm playing Fortnite with an NHL player. Well, he has a Kevin Hart movie on in the background, full blast the entire time. It was the most infuriating gaming experience of my life.
Wow.
I can just hear Kevin Hart, yelling and screaming and cackling in the back. It was terrible.
And they got shut down. The players
It
got
was
shut down. in
during the
Winnipeg, right?
playoffs.
Yeah, it was during the playoffs.
During the playoffs. But it's not the player you're thinking of.
Okay. More on that later. I want you to get real quick, just because you guys aren't roomies anymore. Name one thing you miss about the other person being in the same roof as you, under the same roof.
Oh, my gosh. Only one?
Just
Let
one.
me count the ways. I don't know. You want to go first, Feurd?
Yeah, well, one thing that was really easy and nice is that Frankie and I started working on some music together, and it was just like, hey, you want to work on that thing? And it was like, yeah, let's do it. And it was just so fucking easy. That was so great and so fun and convenient, and we were just collaborating a lot for that period of time, and I do miss that quite a bit.
Yeah, that was really nice.
Do you need more time? Should we come back to this later?
I think I got it. I condensed my list. I think just with how the past year has been, I was so lucky to have my best friend living with me. So I had a friend there the whole time. And now that we're kind of in this weird in between where things aren't quite back to normal, I have really felt the difference of oh wow, Feurd's not here anymore. So I definitely miss that.
Why don't you just get a new best friend?
I never thought about it like that.
Like a dog.
Could be easier. Or a lizard.
Why don't you call Hobbs Feurd?
I can call Hobbs Feurd. Hobbs is my dog.
And Travis, what about you living through all of this? Did you feel left out? Do you and Matt want to shack up together, or what?
No, I'm good with living with my wife. That's good. It's more than enough.
Are you still living in the same place that you were a year ago when we last chatted, Travis, where you're going through these magnificent hikes? No?
No. I
Oh, is that the old house?
moved. Yeah, we were going on some pretty cool hikes then. In Keswick, but no, living in Newmarket now.
Okay. And what about you guys?
Yeah.
I'm like a little bit north of Newmarket. My family also moved, but it has been nice that now we have a new studio in Toronto, and Travis and I have found this new element of our friendship where we carpool together.
Oh, that's exciting.
So that's been cool.
And you guys just got that studio, right? Like this is like it almost feels like a big boy move. You guys leased your first studio, is that right?
Yeah, February of this year.
Do you feel like adults now?
Yeah.
It's been really
That's
sick,
awesome.
considering like I think I've been playing with the band since 2012, and our jam space has always just been in one of our parents' basement.
Yeah.
So it's been really cool to have a place to go to. It does feel like a big boy move.
Yeah, and it was just like we can make as much noise as we want there at any moment of any day, and it's like this is so awesome.
Did you guys know you weren't allowed to actually live there before you signed the papers?
What do you mean?
Like
We're not allowed to live there?
Feurd is in the new studio space right now. Is it in Toronto?
It's in Ontario.
It's in the city?
Yeah.
That sounds amazing.
Yeah, it's near the waterfront on the little east side of the city. Yeah.
Sounds lovely.
And now, how much use will you guys get out of it? So it's yours anytime you want to go and jam. How often are you there?
We've been doing like 3 days a week, generally speaking. We just finally got like, we're just starting to like look at booking some shows. Oh
my God.
Hello. Hey, Matt.
He's connecting. Hold on.
Man, we got a full gang.
Look at this. Everybody's here.
How's it
The
going?
whole game.
Look at that.
Are you driving right now, dude?
Oh, I'm parked, baby, but I was.
That'd be sick, just full speed down the highway.
Oh yeah.
See
I can talk, I'm good to
the
talk.
red and blues behind him. Just go, man. Just go.
Windows down.
Well, this is the first time I've ever actually gotten to talk to Matt, because Travis and I were talking before you all hopped on, and it was about a year and a month or two ago that we had our pandemic video conference. In fact, I was rewatching that video just this week, and it was Travis's first Zoom call. Do you remember that,
wow.
Travis?
Yeah, I do.
Have you done many since then?
You've done a fair
A good amount.
Only a couple hundred or
Yeah, a good
so?
amount.
shot.
Yeah, could do worse.
Yeah, how many have you guys done? That's the question.
Way
Yeah.
too many. And they've all been really smooth. I mean, this technology works perfectly every time.
It looks like you guys. Looks like you have a pretty pro setup over there, though. I'm a little jealous.
Yeah, next time, when you guys finally get back here in the next, 4 or 5 years, we'll have to show you this space, because it's pretty beautiful. It's like downtown Red Deer. It's connected with Beau's Bar and Stage. It's a really cool space.
Designed with the Elwins in mind, 100%.
Mhm.
Oh, really?
Gosh.
Yeah, we built a green
Yeah,
screen
that's the
just
brick.
for
That's
you.
the brick wall that we requested.
Is
Yeah.
Elwins proof?
What?
Elwins proof?
Is it Elwins proof?
Yeah,
Well,
totally.
We'd like to try, anyways.
We can't even get in there.
There's no sharp edges.
Yeah. All the dangerous goods are way up high.
Cabinets are long.
So that was the last time. So you talked to Travis in one of those isolation.
Yeah, they
Kind
were
of
one of the
things?
first. Well, we actually, I think that I didn't end up putting that episode out for a few weeks, but I think when we chatted, it was super early on. In fact, listening back, we were talking about it like you guys were supposed to be here on that radio promo tour like a week before we chatted.
Yeah, that was
Exactly. Yeah, that's.
And I don't know if you remember, but you were super excited about that.
Oh my god. Sounds like us.
So when's the next promo tour? Like, were you guys of the mind throughout the last year and a half or however long it's been that, okay, we'll do it this time, and then that time came around and you're like, okay, no, we got to push it back. Have you guys just been like pretty locked down besides your record releases, or do you have plans in the near future?
No, we got plans coming. We're just starting to like be able to talk with our agent and book some shows and just getting some stuff on the books. So we're planning to start playing some stuff in the fall again. We haven't rebooked that radio tour, but I honestly completely forgot about it. And you just bringing that up, I was like, oh shit, we were supposed to do that. That was going to be awesome.
Yeah, that's going to be sick.
Yeah, because at that point, Take Me All the Way dropped, I think. That was like was it February or April?
Well, it was just into, because I remember talking to your radio guy, David Sikowski, and there being a lot of trepidation as to whether or not, do you release it now? Because it was really early in the pandemic, right? When we had no idea if this thing was going to last 2 weeks.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I would love to if we could go back and watch some of the Zoom calls we had with our team, because I think there was like a good few where we were like, oh yeah, like couple weeks at most, like it's gonna be fine, everything will move along as normal.
Totally.
Like let's just push it back a couple weeks, maybe do it in a month. And it's like a year and a half later.
Yeah, I remember
that's what everybody was saying.
The first couple weeks, and there were like 80 bands doing live streams every single day for the first couple weeks, and then it just stopped. So they're like, oh yeah, this is gonna last a long time.
Yeah, the great live stream boom of 2020.
Yeah. So, I mean, for our listeners that aren't aware, and we've said this to many bands in the last year plus, but like the pandemic happened at a bad time. Okay. You guys had a new record ready to release, and that came out, was that in September?
Was it?
I don't know. I think it was in the
That
fall.
sounds like a great time to do it.
Maybe late summer? I know the single, I'm pretty sure the single was like April.
I think, you don't know when your album came out?
This whole year.
It definitely was September. It was exactly when you said
October.
it came out.
What did you?
I thought it was October 23rd.
Google will know.
I like that date. I like that date a lot.
I just
That's
googled
probably
October
when it was.
23rd like a dummy.
Trav is good with dates, so we can trust him on
Oh,
that.
Trav's right.
October 23rd, the album came out.
What does Travis get for that? Do we have like a gold star or something we can throw his way?
We'll figure something
Okay.
out. So you drop IV on October 23rd, and then you drop IV more on when?
Oh,
Trav?
Oh.
Not March?
You guys weren't expecting these hard of questions, were you?
I don't know.
yeah.
I didn't know this was a test.
I'm not sure.
You asked everybody about their release dates. So, your last album,
Oh,
what
you
was
know
the
what?
release date on that bad boy?
I think that was like April 9th or something.
But see, there's always somebody that takes that shit
Trav's right
seriously.
again.
Yeah.
Sorry, you can't see it.
So
There you go.
I'm starting to think that Patrick and Travis had this worked out in their Zoom call last year. They're going to be like, when this is all over, we're going to meet with all the guys, and I'm going to ask you the release dates.
Absolutely.
Totally pre-planned.
I mean, Travis and I were talking for like a full 6 minutes before any of you showed up. So
Yeah.
who knows what we schemed up.
Kind of a thing.
well, that's the burning question is Matt, where are you going?
Yeah, what's going on, dude?
Where are you off to?
I'm just on the run, basically.
It looks like it.
Yeah, there's.
Well, not.
Look at that beard. The law is after him.
Oh, you know,
Are you? Sorry, what plaza are you in, Matt?
I'm in the 404 plaza with the McDonald's. I just got off the highway.
Okay, that's what I thought.
You guys know where that.
That's the Scotiabank right behind you.
Oh yeah.
That's like, man, Travis is good on the release dates. Frankie knows places based on one little blip of screen that you
Couple
can see in behind there.
pixels, yeah.
Wow.
Yeah, Feurd, I think by the window, you're in your apartment.
Oh yeah, looks like I am.
Well, congrats on all those releases in a year that no one ever really expected. I'm very much looking forward to seeing you guys eventually. one of these years.
Oh, thank you.
That would be great. Next 4 or 5 years, we'll be back for sure. Just like
I do love that alt version of, or that alternate version of "Take Me All the Way." I think that's really, really groovy.
Oh, sick.
Cool.
Oh, cool.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Yeah, and then you guys also were you re-released or finally got your original EP up on streaming services.
Yeah.
How does that feel? Is that something you've been like fighting for, or
What was the holdup?
It was a legit.
Oh, man. Taylor Swift's manager actually had the rights to it.
You got Scooter Braun.
So this is all re-recorded. It's you re-recorded your first EP. Okay.
Yeah, that's why we got the studio to remake it.
Is it easy to go back and listen to those songs?
I wasn't in the band when it was made, so it's easy for me. I'm like, oh, this is cool.
we just started like rehearsing again because we're like, oh, we're actually gonna have shows sometime in the next like 3 months or something like that. Like we should try and play some of these songs to see if we can remember them. And thinking about what songs we would play, we started listening back through some of our older records. And it is a real trip just hearing it, you know, with kind of like fresh ears after not listening to it for maybe 5 years or something like that. I haven't heard some of that music in a long time. It's definitely a way different perspective listening to it later.
Yeah, there's been a few things. I said this to Travis the other day, but there's been a couple times where Travis brought up stuff where he's like, I wonder if this should be different. And at the time, I was like, I don't know if I see that. And then when we were listening back the other day, all these memories came out. And I was like, Travis was right about this.
But you got to be careful in how you handle that, right? You weren't there. You weren't around. So is it tough for you to say, you know what, you guys should have done? Why didn't you guys do this?
Oh, yeah. With the older stuff, I don't go near it.
Yeah.
I say, oh, that's perfect, guys.
Were you, do you do most of the production for the band, right? Am I wrong?
I did on the last album,
okay.
But before that, we were working with other producers.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, your production sounds. I wonder what your production would sound like if you did remake that original EP. Do you have ideas?
Oh, that would be crazy. Well, I would definitely. I think that there was a definite less is more approach on that EP because I was around playing live with the band when that was recorded, but Matt and Trav recorded it all themselves.
Oh, damn, okay.
And so I think though after we made the next record, that's what stemmed the idea of adding more people to the band because we added so much stuff to it. We were like, there's no fucking way we can play this live, the three of us. So I think if we went back and redid the EP, it would probably be like have a lot more stuff on it.
Well, I enjoyed listening to it the other day. It was a nice little journey. Very pleasant music.
That's awesome.
Oh, sick.
Yeah.
And I do wonder though, because last time we talked, Feurd, you did say that you produced the last record for Dressed in Nothing But Leather. So I'm wondering how that would factor into reproducing something like that.
Yeah, once I get the leather on, everything really changes.
He's a bit
Walk
Aussie.
different.
Yeah.
So you guys had a tweet where you say you're not really making records anymore, you're making TikToks, which obviously is a bit of a joke.
The hell does that mean?
At the same time, that is a pretty serious place to get your music heard and seen. So how much seriousness was in that tweet?
I think that came from Travis and I talking on the couch when we were working on a song. And he just turned to me and I just, as a joke, said, we're not making music. We're making TikToks. So it was not said very seriously. But we were talking about it recently where it's just like, it's such a weird thing to navigate because like you don't want to just be doing something because everyone else is doing it. And it's not really something we've explored a ton as a band, but it's definitely interesting.
Are you guys on TikTok?
Yeah,
we have a TikTok, yeah.
There's no,
but we were talking about doing some fun stuff on there and starting to have a little bit of fun with it.
Yeah.
I feel like our podcast recently, like we may as well just start calling it like Talking TikTok or something along those lines, because it's been a major topic for the last few weeks. Like we had Ryan in from Mother a couple weeks ago, and they've had like an insane year on TikTok.
Yeah, that's nuts.
And I know nothing about it.
Nothing about it.
Pete loves it. Pete loves TikTok.
I'm on it right now, as a matter of fact. No.
Oh, really?
No.
Oh, crazy.
But it is. I do find the music curation part of it really interesting, though, and fascinating. Again, after talking to Ryan and seeing everything that it's done for Mother, and how there is a generation of listeners that are discovering music through that platform. You really got to kind of look at it, right?
Yeah.
Definitely.
Wasn't it like an older song of
Yeah.
Mother that blew up on there?
Yeah, like it was like 2 or 3 songs off of their "Oh My Heart" record, which is 11 or 12 years old. Remember that Hayloft song?
So there's hope for that debut EP yet.
Yes, exactly.
Get it on TikTok.
Yes.
We did talk about it a bit jokingly a year ago, and now that we are in July of 2021, right?
Yep.
Okay.
Ask Travis, he'll know.
I'm a little bummed that "Take Me All the Way" didn't get picked up by government ads and health service ads for COVID-themed commercials, because
it's kind of the opposite. We got there was a station, I forget where, but they were like, with everything going on, like, we don't like the lyric, like, I don't want to die.
What?
But I forget. Not that I don't want to name names or anything, but it was kind of.
We're not name dropping.
We can bleep it out if you want. That's heartbreaking. I was fully expecting by like October 2020 to see like a 15-second commercial of someone washing their hands for the entire commercial with that in the background.
Yeah, the bridge of "Take Me All the Way" is exactly the right amount of time to wash your hands.
There you go.
Maybe that's a TikTok idea.
Yeah.
Our song's the perfect length for washing your hands.
That is my unofficial anthem of the pandemic, no doubt.
Well, and you guys are no strangers to having songs used in things. So you had a couple of songs that were used for like T-Mobile and Fido, right?
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
And then is the most recent the Party All the Time remake for Volkswagen?
Wait,
I think there's been a couple Teen Moms after that, but
Yeah. Okay.
like the Eddie Murphy song?
Yeah.
Oh, I
You
got to
haven't
hear
heard?
that.
Oh, it's so good. I listened to that last night, and I'm like, man, you guys just
Oh,
killed it on that song.
I had no idea. That's I have that song on vinyl actually, so I got to check that out.
whoa.
Wow.
It's a good tune.
It's a great
It
tune.
is a great tune. And honestly, I think it's making a bit of a comeback. I know, like, again, I've got a couple of teenagers, and they love the shit out of that song.
Well, that could be the post-COVID anthem.
It should be the post-COVID anthem. There you go.
Oh,
Yes.
So how did that one come about? Did you guys pick Party All the Time, or was it Volkswagen that stepped in and said, do that song?
No, it was really interesting. A friend of ours, because at the time we were on a label that was distributed through Universal or something like that. There was a creative agency there, and they had this Volkswagen commercial thing. And I guess through some form of Universal pitching people, we were on the table and they liked us for whatever reason. The guy liked us, and then they brought it to us and we talked about it. And yeah, they were looking for someone to cover that song specifically for the commercial.
And what was your first reaction when you saw that was the song that you were covering?
Oh my god.
I didn't.
What
know
was it?
You didn't know it, Travis?
No.
He's for the dates guy.
Yeah, right. Dates guy. Yeah.
What
He
day
knows-
did that song come
He
out?
knows what day it came out. Yeah.
I think we went to YouTube and we watched the music video for it, which is really cool because I think Rick James is in.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Rick James is
Yeah.
producing.
Yeah. And
Yeah.
it was a sick vibe. We're like, okay, they want us to cover this. Sick.
Yeah, it was funny because you're like, okay, yeah, this is like a little like different, and then you're like, okay, we could do something with this though. It's cool. It's like a really interesting song.
Yeah.
Man, would it be rude if I like hopped off for a few minutes and went and listened to it?
Intermission.
I just like I'm so I know that song so well. I'm so curious to see how you guys approached it. So I'll wait.
It's amazing. Spoiler.
There
it's
is
amazing.
a funny video where like they wanted to come into the studio and like film us while we recorded it, which felt like kind of a surreal thing. Like, oh, people are gonna come and film us covering an Eddie Murphy song.
Do you know if Eddie's heard it?
And we did it. I hope.
I like to think so.
And then
We did it with the guy who produced Beauty Community and Play for Keeps, Derek Hoffman, and his studio was like not a giant spot. It's not like this major studio. It's like a 1,000 square foot like basement condo at this like building, and there was so many people in there. There was like the people from the creative agency, the like 3 people from Volkswagen, like this, that, the next. It was like so crowded, and then all of us were just like kind of like cooped up near the like desk, like trying to record this stuff while people are like filming, and it was a really bizarre day.
But the dump truck full of money was totally worth it.
Yeah, they trucked it right into our faces.
Wasn't it? It was probably a tour egg.
Sorry, yes, a tour egg full of.
Is Matt, is that why
We
you're in your
actually
car?
were
You're
talking about like cars at some point with them, like
Oh yeah, they
leasing a
were
car or
some
something.
Jettas.
Oh,
They were like, would you like X amount of money or would you like a smaller amount and we'll lease you 4 Jettas for a year?
They should have given you 4 Jettas, like, to go on tour with. Instead of taking one van, you each take one Jetta.
Our little
Yeah, and
fleet
we're
of
each
guys.
responsible for our own gear only.
Yeah.
Sorry, Trav.
I remember in the comments of the YouTube video that Volkswagen posted about the song or like the making of, there were like comments about us being soy boys and like some
Oh
really
yeah.
it was some really sick shit. I was really vibing on that.
They were like soy boys, or like soy boy vehicle that people like ripping on the Volkswagen, like on the new Jetta and stuff. Like, what the hell's going on here?
I can't tell you how happy I am. This will be episode 14, so only 14 episodes before someone dropped Soy Boy on the road the stage. I really appreciate that. Thank you so much.
Far too late in my opinion. Needed to come.
Yeah, we needed to infuse the road the stage with some of that Twitch culture.
Yeah, people need to be talking about soy boys. I mean, come on.
So man, I can't even believe I've never heard that cover before. I'm actually tempted to just leave you guys right now. And
we can. I got this. You don't trust me, do you?
I wrote down a couple things after reviewing our interview from last year, which really kind of bummed me out because I did so many of those pandemic interviews, and I think we talked for close to an hour, maybe 45 minutes, and then I had to condense it down to like 15 minutes. So there was a lot of content that I'll have to go digging for. But there was something that you said in that interview, Frankie, and I'm wondering if I've lifted it from you since then, or if I had said it in the interview and then you were mocking me. So I want to know, how often do you say everyone and their mother?
I don't think I say that very often.
Okay, so I think maybe
You might be.
maybe you were mocking me.
Yeah.
Okay, all right.
Wait, what was the context?
Doing live streams. You said everyone and their mother is doing live streams, and then Feurd said, in fact, I'm doing one with my mother in like 2 hours or something like that.
No, Frankie says that all the time. Like, that's his thing.
Oh,
It's
everyone and their mother. Yeah, I say that.
It's the title of the next record.
Hey, that's not bad, actually.
I was thinking In These Strange and Uncertain Times could be a cool album title.
Something about unprecedented.
Travis and I were talking before you guys got on about, he asked about this, this lineup of beer here, and I told him that Sawback Brewing has hopped on as a sponsor of the Road the Stage.
Quick side note to that: when I had you guys in town, and Travis was the only one on before, you guys did a Crafternoons with me. We had a beer tasting backstage at Bo's that one time, and actually it was the very first time we had Sawback Brewing on Crafternoons. They were brand new at that time. Does anybody remember what the beer was?
No,
Not me.
Oh yeah, there's big boy beers.
No, but Travis remembers.
Big
It was
boy.
October 4th, 2018.
Travis remembers. Wait, what year did you say?
It would have been 20. It was 20.
Did you say
No,
14?
it was 20. It's 2018.
Oh, okay.
Would have been 2018. Anyways, it was an India Dark Ale from Sawback, who was brand new at the time.
I was
Ooh, nice.
I was super tempted to, in the last couple of weeks, get in touch with Sawback and get them to give me a blank can of beer that we could just wrap the old Elwins beer sticker on and just crack that and watch the horror on your faces.
No.
What is it? Three-year-old beer it would be at this point?
What was that? A lager?
Don't drink it.
What was that? Was it a lager?
That one was a lager. Yeah. The one with the pink label. Yeah.
I still have an unopened can at home.
No, you don't.
I do. I should have
Crack it
brought it.
open.
Yep, that's still good.
Yeah, we'll crack it when we're there in 4 or 5 years.
It's aging.
Look,
Well, we
Pure
appreciate you
spritzer.
sending those beers, and actually, I was going to gather all of my Elwins collectibles that you guys have sent to the station. So, talk a little bit about all the schmoozing you have to do to try to get those songs on radio. Because we've gotten the beer, I've got Elwins postcards, I've got Elwins Polaroids. I believe there was a 45
Pins. I got a pin.
Pins.
Couple cool
The
pins
toques.
actually.
Oh, the toques. I still wear my Elwins toque all the time.
Oh yeah, I have a baseball cap.
Nice.
Oh, and the baseball cap.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
nice.
So that stuff does get put to use.
That's awesome to hear, honestly.
Yeah, that's really nice.
Well, the station is dead now though, so
Yeah, didn't work out so good.
we won't be playing your music.
But keep sending the stuff, please.
Did you
Oh, no,
guys
you're
get the
getting
return
stuff.
labels with those?
Yeah, thanks for all the goodies over the years. I mean, if we're not going to actually see you face to face, then those goodies they suffice for sure.
I mean, thank you for wearing them. It's honestly kind of fun for us. Like one of the times when we did the postcards, or it might have been the Christmas cards, like we were just driving back from a tour and we just like filled them all out on the drive. It's just kind of fun to like send things out to people. It's something we've done for like a long time now.
And your initiative, or is that the team saying, hey, you guys should be putting this stuff out?
No, it's usually just something that we've kind of wanted to do. David, our radio guy, has never been like, don't do that. He's always been very supportive, which is nice. Yeah. We love giving stuff away. Touring our music.
Yeah.
It's good to know.
Especially alcohol, because somebody might get drunk and then put us on the radio. It works out great.
I think that's how it happened.
Is it?
I think that's
the
how it happened.
ideal
Yeah.
scenario.
We're praying for a fluke.
A little,
Good morning, Red Deer.
some past Red Deer touring experiences. You guys have done a lot of great shows at Bose, but it was 2015, and I forget who you were playing with that night, but you guys actually didn't end up being able to make it to Red Deer. You guys got stuck, I think, somewhere in BC. Do you guys remember that? I think it was 2015.
Yeah.
Oh my God.
You guys,
Oh,
Yep.
yeah.
which is amazing because I mean, the winter months are the touring months, which is crazy that's when we decide that you're going to drive all across this country. And especially going through that Rogers Pass through BC in October, November, December can be pretty sketchy. But what do you remember about that? It was road closures that stopped you guys from coming.
That was actually the craziest day, because what was
Yeah.
supposed to happen
Buckle up.
was we were supposed to
Buckle up
play
for
the
this.
show in Red Deer, then go to Calgary right afterwards, sleep in a hotel, and then fly back to Toronto the next morning at like 7 a.m.
Wow.
because we were playing a corporate event in Hamilton. And what ended up happening was we were driving through the mountains, and I can't remember where it was, but there was an accident. And it was like Golden or something like that, one of those smaller towns in the middle of the mountains. And we got stuck there. And we were stuck there for hours and hours and hours. We had so much extra time that day to make the show. And we were stuck there for hours and hours and hours. And then finally it was like nighttime. And they were like, okay, people are actually leaving. The roads are open again. But the traffic was so backed up that it was like just bumper to bumper right away. Nobody was moving. And it was like that for the whole night. We drove through the entire night. There was a crazy snowstorm. The ice was insane. We drove all night. We got to Calgary with just enough time to rip out of the van and go straight through security and get on the plane, and then it
Oh,
left.
wow.
Yeah.
That night was absolutely bonkers. And then our tour manager took the band and stayed in Calgary that night and waited for us to come back.
And then I remember
Yeah.
we partied in Hamilton too and didn't sleep, and it was like 3 days of not sleeping too. And also the accident was like an 18-wheeler that had drugs in it. That
Whoa.
accident, and then the police were investigating something.
Yeah.
And
You guys didn't
Frankie
stop.
When we
to-
got to
he lost his
Toronto,
glasses.
when we got to Toronto, we got picked up in a SUV limo. And they were driving us to Hamilton, and we were so excited that we had made it.
Yeah.
That Frankie had undone the window and was like filming himself with his head out the window, and then his glasses fell off on the highway.
We should really repost that.
Yeah, I should
Honestly.
find the video.
You
'cause
have-
my face has
Literally
been
like
so
this.
sad.
And then his glasses
2015.
fall off, and he goes, "Oh no!"
And then the only other glasses I had were my prescription sunglasses. So I had to play the Hamilton show just like Roy Orbison.
Great Roy
At
Orbison.
night, dark stage, sunglasses.
Oh man, that's and you actually have video of the glasses falling off your face.
Like you
Yeah,
have the
I
video,
just-
or did you post it somewhere? Can we go and find
It
this?
should be on our Instagram.
Okay.
I'll
Oh
try
my
to dig it
God.
up and send it to you guys.
Yeah.
That's incredible.
Because I did. Our producer Ryan, I think, is looking for it right now. It was, and the only reason I know this date is because I did look it up last night. I think it was like November of 2015, Ryan. And you guys also, because I did find that the post that you guys made about it that day, and you guys also got a guitar deal. I think that same day, there was a guitar company that you guys had hooked up with
Travis?
or something. Or
Yes,
Matthew's nodding. I think maybe
vaguely
it was
familiar.
yeah.
it was with
What, Gillard?
Gillard
Oh,
Oh,
yeah.
Gillard.
from Hamilton. He's amazing.
those 2 days were stacked.
Yeah, it was a busy couple of days.
Nuts.
Yeah, you found the silver lining in that day for sure.
I remember.
So I guess we're owed a show is what I'm getting at here.
yeah, you were.
Absolutely owed.
You're on a radio tour?
Yeah, we were.
Show.
Yeah.
We were honestly so sad that we missed that show.
Do you remember who that was? Who were you touring with? You guys were. I think were you guys opening, or was that a headline tour?
That might have been a
think we
headline
were-
if it was like 2015.
Yeah.
It might have been the Play for Keeps tour.
But we were supposed to play with that band again, with the guy. He lives in Toronto now.
Oh yeah.
The really cute brothers.
Oh, yes.
Oh yeah.
Oh, shoot.
That's right.
It's escaping me.
Yeah, their name had something to do with like upholstery or something like that.
Yeah.
That narrows it down for sure.
Oh, we got a snort. I think that might be our first snort. All right.
Wow, that was very quick.
Yeah.
Yeah, jeez. I wanna figure-
All right, settle down, guys. Come on now. We got.
Underside pattern. Underside
Underside
pattern.
pattern.
Pattern. Yeah, I-
You remember that?
I do remember
Wait.
underside pattern for sure.
I was not that close.
Wait a second. Wasn't
They-
did I was that band mentioned? I was just listening to Frankie's appearance on the Brent and Carlin podcast. Is that who he was talking about in that?
No. That was. Oh,
He was shit talking some band
Yeah.
about like a shitty interview. Anyways,
Oh, the hidden cameras.
The hidden cameras.
There we go.
That's it.
Thank you,
Yes, it's
thank
the
you.
hidden cameras.
Oh, and yeah,
Oh,
Brent was.
yeah, for
Yeah.
sure. I enjoyed that.
Just talk Freddie.
What's that?
I was like, Frankie, we agreed that you would stop shit talking everybody.
I want to shout out Theory of a Dead Man. You better watch your fucking back.
So next week's guests on the road, the stage are. No, I'm just joking.
Yeah, underside pattern is Red Deer band.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh, that would make sense.
Yeah,
And they're
yeah,
living in Toronto now?
Are they living in Toronto now? I don't know. Do you
Well, at
remember?
least one of
No?
the guys from there is.
Our producer Ryan is saying maybe one guy is. Yeah.
Also, I just wanted to say I made a mistake. They actually just go by Theory now. It's not Theory of a Dead.
No,
I think
actually, you're
they
wrong.
Went, they
That
went
didn't-
back.
that
That
wa-
didn't
that-
work.
Yeah, that didn't work as well as they thought, so they decided to rescind that.
Again, from the radio days, we got the word from management or from the label that said they're just Theory now. Make sure just call them Theory. All the old catalog, just refer to them as Theory.
Don't mention a dead man.
Don't mention the dead man, except their website still was theoryofadedman.com. Their social media was all still Theory of a Dead Man, but we were not allowed to go anywhere Dead Man for a while.
Wow, it's a mess over there.
It's a mess.
That's crazy.
It's a crazy
Decision.
world. Now, I do want to talk about radio a bit more because, again, I was just listening to the Brent and Carlin podcast where Frankie, I believe, was the debut guest, if I'm not mistaken. Congrats, man. That's incredible.
Thank you so much. It was a big honor for me.
I'm going to need you to explain the He's Thirsty game.
Okay, yeah. So it's basically like a bit that's never fully come to fruition. But the idea is that when we've done a couple of like the daytime breakfast television kind of shows.
Yes.
And so He's Thirsty is a bit where like somebody's answering a question, and while somebody's answering, like if it was me, I would be drinking the entire time he answers the question.
Okay.
And if Feurd was talking at the end of his answer, he'd be like, "Oh, he's thirsty."
Okay, so
It's a pretty good game, eh?
So, I mean, the He's Thirsty game sounds incredible. There's a couple things I
Very
need
niche.
to clarify. First of all, did you ever successfully execute this game?
There was one time where I tried to get it going. I was drinking a lot, but I don't think He's Thirsty was said.
Okay.
But when I got home, my grandma was like, "You were drinking a lot on television."
Were you just like waiting for one of your bandmates to finally say it?
Yeah, I was like, "Guys, I'm thirsty over here."
Okay, so my next question is how the hell do you think of this? Like, where is this something you think about when you're on the road? Or where does this come from?
I feel like Feurd might have come up with it.
This is just our fucking sick, weird sense of humor that doesn't make any sense. Oh, he's thirsty. Like, that's going to be funny.
I mean, we're laughing about it.
Oh, he's thirsty.
We have to do it now, bro.
Yeah, we got to.
So good.
That's a good thing. We should encourage our listeners, our viewers, your fans to watch every single Elwins interview from here on out to catch the He's Thirsty game.
Yeah, keep your eyes open.
And that's not the only thing you would
He's
do
thirsty.
to interviewers that came up. So I've been on guard this whole time, waiting, watching.
Really?
Oh yeah, yeah.
Well,
Well,
because
there's
of-
other things too. You guys like to have fun with your interviewers sometimes.
Yes. Travis has been trying to rein us in a little bit because sometimes we've gone a bit overboard. I think sometimes we're just so excited to talk to people that we just kind of go crazy.
What do you mean you've gone overboard? You've got to have an example or two of that.
Well, yeah. So essentially, there was one interview that we did, and it was with a friend, and I think we were just so hyper that we didn't give a single straight answer to any question. We just made a joke every single question, and then they were like, I can't use this interview.
Yeah, I
So
felt really
never-
bad.
It never came out, and we were like, oh man, we actually kind of fucked that up.
Yeah, they weren't stoked, which was too bad.
Yeah, and then we did. There was regret afterwards. I was like, oh, we just wanted it to be fun and be something, that would be fun and good for them to use for their interview series. But we just didn't give a single straight answer, and it was like, there's just no information here.
Yeah. I think, like, even just talking here, like, I think this is the first interview maybe since 2019 where all four of us have been in it together, and it's just fun talking with your friends. It's just like, yeah, I want to joke with these guys. I fucking love these guys.
I'd like to see a totally like depressingly serious Elwins interview one of these days.
But we should do that.
Yeah.
Not
We should call it that. We should call it the depressingly serious Elwins interview.
Can we still do He's Thirsty, but it be with alcohol?
yeah, like he's thirsty. You're pleading for someone to help.
Just a
Yeah.
bottle of the
Trying for
cheapest
help.
vodka.
Yeah, it'll be he's crying. That'll be what it. Oh, he's crying.
He's crying.
Oh man.
May I ask you guys a question?
No.
Okay.
I don't think that's how this works.
Yes, of course.
I was hoping you'd say that.
What's up?
Have you had Mitch from Born Ruffians on yet?
No, but I've been meaning to reach out to him because I had such a good time with him. I would have talked to him a few weeks after you guys, and it was at one point, I got to find this clip, but at one point, we somehow started talking about professional wrestling.
Oh, that sounds like Mitch.
And I have the Bret Hart glasses, the wraparound glasses, signed like on my desk.
Yeah.
And I pulled it down to show him, and he was like, "Oh, hold on a second," and also had the same glasses. But yeah, why do you ask? Is he's not a great guy or what?
No, he's one of the most beautiful people. He's actually somebody Feurd and I have been playing a lot of Fortnite with.
Oh, cool.
But if you do chat with him,
Mhm.
would you mind bringing up a fact about Dana Carvey for me?
Like just like you want me to dig for a Dana Carvey fact, or you've got a specific one in mind?
You could dealer's choice.
Okay.
Dealer's choice. I thought you were going to say a specific one.
Well,
Yeah.
there's one that I'm saving for him, but I could tell you them if you want.
Well, I mean, not if you think he's gonna watch this.
He's not gonna watch us. He's too busy with his beautiful dog. So on the set of have you ever seen The Master of Disguise?
Oh yeah. Come on.
Don't be that excited for it.
That's a great movie.
When they were filming the Turtle Club scene, they
Sorry, the what?
Yeah, the what?
Yeah, sorry, just what? Sorry, the what?
Oh, sorry, you must not be able to hear me. The Turtle Club. Dana Carvey's dressed like a human turtle.
Still don't think you said it right, but go ahead.
The Turtle Club?
Closer.
Turtle Club? When they were filming that, they got word that a plane had crashed into the World Trade Center. And they decided to have a moment of silence on set. But Dana Carvey was still in the full turtle getup. So he was just standing still for a few minutes, dressed as a giant turtle, just mourning. And I just thought that was a funny image.
Okay. So we will. Okay, you can definitely save that one for your own interaction with Mitch. But yeah, we'll do dealer's choice Dana Carvey.
We'll do like a
trivia.
Dana Carvey special.
We'll just we should just talk to Mitch for an hour and throw in Dana Carvey trivia every 5 minutes.
I would honestly love it if you guys brought it up to him.
Are there any other bands or artists that you might recommend? I don't know,
Please
toying with a little bit.
Book our next few shows.
We've got Theory.
We talked to the beaches, right?
Yeah, we did. Yeah, we did. It was like a 15-minute, radio chat.
Who else do we know? Theory.
Yeah.
Theory's great. Yeah, you guys would have a blast with Theory.
Pete's interviewed them a few
I
times,
have
right?
actually, yeah.
They golf together.
Really?
No.
Oh, whoa, amazing. Oh. See you guys.
Feurd was impressed. That was it. He's done. All right.
All right. Well, okay. So no, you don't have any other bands that we can, fuck around with.
See, the hard thing is just like we don't know any bands.
Mm-hmm.
No, I was just thinking for a while.
We've
And
just
I'm
never.
Like, I don't really have any friends, so I think that's about the extent of it. So.
Here comes the sad, depressing Elwins interview. This is it.
Yeah.
No friends. Here comes the
he's
crying.
crying.
He's crying.
We got.
Here's the depressingly serious part of the interview. I'll be your friend, Travis.
Oh yeah, it's great. That would be great.
No, you got Born Ruffians on there. Mitch is amazing.
Yeah.
Leandra, the beaches, she's obviously hilarious and great.
Yeah.
Goodbye Honolulu, those guys are funny as hell.
Oh, those guys are hysterical.
I'm gonna write that one down.
Turtle Johnny.
I'm
Oh, yeah,
honestly
Turtle
drawing.
Johnny.
I'm drawing a blank though. Like I can't really think of anyone for some reason.
Oh,
It's almost like there's been like a pandemic and I haven't like seen people or like been to shows or something.
Something like that.
Yeah.
our friend Lindsay has a new band out of BC
Oh,
called
yeah.
Vape Corner, and they're great.
Sorry, we
What is
missed that. What is it?
Turtle Club.
Vape something?
I heard Vapor Burner.
Babe Corner.
Babe Corner.
Yeah,
Okay.
they put out a.
You could suggest that they turn their name into Vapor
Vapor
or
Burner will
whatever.
be the name of the next album.
Vapor Burner.
Vapor burner.
Vapor burner.
Vapor burner.
Oh, sorry. Go ahead.
No, go ahead.
Just speaking of bows, we've actually been working. We've been working on some new music, and the current working title is kind of Bar and Grill.
Oh, okay.
So I've been thinking about bows a lot lately because that's one of our faves.
Well, so we've established, when was the last time? Was it 2019 you guys were here? Is that it, Pete?
That was the
Travis?
Yeah, 2018 you were here with USS. And then
Yes.
2019 would have been the headline show.
Okay. I think things have changed even since then, right?
Oh, the stages. Well, actually, the beaches were the first to play the fully blown up new stage. It's higher, it's bigger, more
Mhm.
lights, and
It's higher than it was.
yeah. How much? It's a little higher than it was, right? It's just
Feurd
you
might
guys come up
actually
with
have
it?
to crouch a little
Okay,
Oh
bit.
wow, it was already
Oh.
so tall.
Can we get the stage lowered,
a good
Ryan? Can we
stage.
bring the stage? It's going to be on hydraulics.
If you
the
guys
next
Maybe
wait-
it's because I'm
If you,
maybe it's because I'm short.
yeah, if you wait a couple minutes, we
Yeah,
can
but
probably
actually-
get the dimensions.
Can we
Yeah,
get
If we can get Ryan to lower it though, that'd
can
be
we
great.
get your stage plot, please?
Yeah, I'll send that in the
Okay,
chat.
good. Thanks.
It's always nice going to Bose and saying hi to Rebecca because she's so nice.
Rebecca
Yeah.
Rabis?
I don't know if we know her last name. She's a server there.
Nope, never mind. Our producer Ryan is talking to us. He's yelling at us from a closed room. Rebecca Soro? Okay, cool. Shout out to Rebecca
Yeah.
Soro.
Pew, pew, pew.
Nice
We're
one.
going to put her face up on the screen, right?
Rebecca.
Cool if I call you Becky.
So you're writing new music. I was gonna ask, like, with that album coming out when it did, we'll check the dates later. Were there any, was there a thought to try and just start promoting it on the road a year after, or are you guys kind of done with that cycle?
I think like we're still really excited about all the songs, so we
Mhm.
definitely like when we've been talking about putting a set list together, we're like, yeah, we still think that 4 will be the focus of it. But yeah, we kind of just we had all the time in the world, so we kind of just naturally started working on new stuff. So we're kind of like wanting to still get the songs out there, but still kind of like looking for the next thing.
Is there any sort of evolution from the last record to this new stuff?
We're just gonna try to put the same songs out again and play it off as a new one.
Just
'cause
alternate
of-
versions of everything, yeah.
Because this pandemic really screwed us.
There's a bit more piano, maybe.
Who's playing the piano?
Matt's a great piano player.
Yeah, Matt's the guy.
Yeah,
Shaking his head.
No.
When my family moved this last fall, the piano was like, oh, we should put it somewhere. So I was with Frankie for months, and then Frankie moved, and so it's like, oh, we need to put the piano somewhere. And I thought, oh, maybe it'll fit in the studio. So it kind of just fits, and we've been using it.
yeah, it's great to have an acoustic piano in there. It's been a lot of fun to record it and stuff. So we have been using piano a lot more because it just adds such a different vibe rather than if you're just using some like digital piano in like your recording program. Recording a real one is way more fun.
Yeah.
But there's definitely, I feel like the new stuff does feel like a continuation from like 4, and we're really just jamming a lot and, spending a lot of time playing together and making arrangements that we feel good in the band kind of like realm, the like 4-piece band territory, and then kind of adding to it after that.
Yeah.
So what does that mean? Like, do you guys bring a keyboard on tour a lot, like normally, or is that something you're gonna have to incorporate?
Well,
It'll be a
We did
thing.
before. Wow.
Whoa. Why doesn't Matt take this one? The other three of us tried to take it.
Everybody's like, yeah, Matt plays the piano, and the guy that's not talking about it at all is the guy that plays
Let the man eat his goddamn dinner.
You get the BTS meal over there, Matt?
Just some fries and a drink.
Hell yeah, dollar drink days.
Yeah.
Close.
We've played with some piano on stage. You know, Feurd used to play keyboard and guitar when we were playing live, and he's been playing more guitar primarily. And we have a friend of ours who's been playing keyboard with us, like pre-pandemic live shows. Andrew Rasmussen. He's a great piano player and producer, music guy. So we're still kind of figuring that out. Maybe some of us will play more piano. Maybe we'll bring somebody else on the road. We were also talking about bringing a percussionist on tour, which could be kind of hilarious and fun.
This is Frankie's big new dream.
Yeah, it started out as kind of a bit where like, guys, how about like a auxiliary percussionist? But then as I kept saying it, I'm like, this has to happen. So I've really been pushing it.
It's like somebody playing the triangle.
Some congas,
Bongo.
They're taking over my job.
marimba, xylophone.
Oh my God, marimba would be great.
Yeah, you got a gong.
Exactly.
You could, well, I mean, so is there someone in mind? Like, are you guys auditioning percussionists? Or you could just, you could throw out like open auditions in every city you hit. You could get a new percussionist for every show. It doesn't matter if they know how to play the music. Just have them banging away, and it should sound fine, I think.
Having a different one in every city would be amazing.
Yeah.
That'd be really hilarious if we just had like this giant percussion setup on stage and just got some like random person for every city just to come up and just like bang over the tune.
radio contest winners.
I'll give it a whirl in Red Deer.
There you go.
Okay, well, yeah, that sounds like a great idea.
All right, cool.
Let's get you up there.
Can I just play the snare though? And one song I'll just play snare, and then another song I'll do like the marching drum bass.
That's fine.
Okay, cool. Settled.
That's fine.
I can't wait. I can't wait.
Do you have a preference on what song you do each on, or is it just kind of?
I'd like to play the snare on the piano only song. Just piano and snare.
On the ballad.
No preference, but we'll talk about it. We'll figure it out.
Yeah, we'll pop off in the chat.
Hell yeah. Just us soy boys.
Some soy boys in the chat talking about snares.
marching snares.
So before we jump off that podcast, I listened to that too. And one thing that didn't get, because it was pre you applying, Frankie, you applied, you sent in an application to be on the Canadian Bachelor in Paradise. So during that podcast, it was, you were just in the application phase. So what happened?
How'd it go?
I don't know if it's in my spam folder or something, but I have not heard back.
Where's Canadian Bachelor in Paradise?
Is that the one that was supposed to happen in Jasper?
I have no idea.
Feurd, did you know?
Honestly, well, they were saying that the Bachelorette was going to be filmed in Banff or Jasper or something like that, and then they were like, no, it's not because of COVID restrictions. And then, I mean, I haven't heard anything about this Canadian Bachelor in Paradise. Like, where's that? When's it coming out? Like,
well, that's because Frankie wouldn't answer the damn email, and they're like, oh, well, if we can't get this guy on the show, then there's no point in doing it.
Where do you go? Like, is it in, like, do you have to go to Paradise in Canada? Like, do you just do it in Newfoundland or something?
I
think that's what they'd have to do.
Yeah, like it'd feel weird if it was like Bachelor in Paradise Canada and you're just in like
the Bahamas
or something.
Because that's where they do Bachelor in Paradise in like Mexico or something. It's just like on some like Mexican resort.
Are you guys big Bachelor fans? Like all of you? Is this something the band bonds over?
Feurd and I for sure. Matt was more into the Listen to Your Heart season. Did you guys watch that at all?
I think I've maybe seen 10 minutes of The Bachelor in my entire life. I'm sorry.
No, it's okay. There's always time to change. Listen to Your Heart was basically a season of The Bachelor but they paired people up and they're like, you're also a musical duo and you have to like perform songs together.
Right.
So it's like a weird mix of like American Idol with The Bachelor. And there are people like saying like, yes, I love you. And yes, I also want to make music with you.
Wow.
So it was like a
That
weird
was
mix.
so bizarre.
Actually, there is some, because The Bachelor had like a massive controversy this year, right? Like there was some sort of racist incident or incidents, and then the host left. I think I did see something a couple weeks. Are they like bringing David Spade in to?
Yeah,
they are.
We were
What?
talking about this today.
Yeah, so the Bachelor in Paradise, the new season of Bachelor in Paradise, they have all these like guest celebrity hosts, and David Spade is one of them, and I think Lil Jon is one of them. Like they're getting all these crazy celebrity hosts to do this thing, but yeah, apparently the David Spade thing, I think he like does live reactions to The Bachelor on his Instagram story or something like that. So he's like this Bachelor Nation like fan favorite because he talks about it or whatever.
Is that what it takes to put you over the edge? Will you watch now?
I do quite
David
like
Spade is
David
in?
Spade.
Oh.
I do enjoy David Spade.
There
I
you
don't know
go.
why. I've never really seen anything he's in, but Joe Dirt maybe.
I've never seen Joe Dirt.
I don't think.
Oh my
I don't think
God.
it's very good.
It doesn't hold up.
I don't know if it's gonna stand the test of time.
No, I think that was a good. The only thing I really remember about Joe Dirt is I think they do a bit of a Silence of the Lambs parody with like someone in a pit. That anyway, so I probably said too much.
Spoiler alert.
Yeah, spoilers for Joe Dirt.
The only thing I remember about that movie is him saying that his name is actually Joe Dirt.
Wow. Okay.
To try and make it sound fancy, he's like, it's Joe Dirt.
Did they do a sequel? I think they did a sequel.
I think they did.
No.
I know what I'm watching tonight.
Eddie,
Joe Dirt too?
listening to Party all the
What are you
time.
watching?
Well, yeah.
Joe Dirt
Fuck
too.
yeah, I'm listening to Party all the time. Well, listen, guys, we should probably, bounce. I hope you guys had fun.
Oh yeah.
I had a
You don't have a quick. You don't have like a thunder round for us or anything?
Thunder round? Well, I would love to know what you guys have been listening to lately. You got anything you want to shout out?
Yeah. I've been listening to this record by Genesis Owusu. He's an Australian artist. It's really great.
Been listening to David Numawi from I think he's from France.
Can you say that again, dude?
David, I'm not sure exactly on the pronunciation, but I think it's
Okay.
Numawi. Is that
Okay.
right?
Spell it out.
Numwami.
Numawi. Anyway, he's sick.
Yeah.
He just released
Cool.
an EP. It's beautiful.
Yeah, he's sick.
Yeah.
I've been listening to the new record from Amethyst Kaya. It's called Wary and Strange. That's what the album art looks like.
Cool.
It's kind of like a cool bluesy vibe. The song Firewater is really good.
Travis.
And I also the Austin Powers movies are also great.
You've just been listening to them? You haven't been watching them?
Yeah, just the audio commentary.
I've been liking the new Kings of Convenience record.
Yeah, it's sick.
The first record in 12 years. So that's cool.
I would.
Also, the David Numwami is really great. Can't stress that enough. And what else here? I don't know. All kinds of stuff. My guy Chris Wiseman.
Chris
Oh, yeah.
Wiseman.
Shout
Man,
out.
what a great list of recommendations. Thank you so much.
And they discovered them all on TikTok.
Yeah, especially Kings
Every
of
single
Convenience
one.
are huge on TikTok.
Oh, they're
Yeah.
massive.
All right. Well, Pete, you got anything?
No, I'm so glad all four of you were able to join in, get in on this together. It was great to see y'all.
Okay.
Thank you so much for having us.
Yeah, we'll chat real soon.
Would love that.
Matt, go eat
That'd
your
be
food.
nice.
All right, man.
Fries
All
are
right.
cold now. Toss them.
They'll reheat it for you. Go back through the drive-through. It's pretty easy.
Is that COVID thing?
All right, peace, boys.
It is.
Yeah.
Take it easy. Bye, guys.
There was an honest to goodness snort during that conversation.
Well,
Did you hear it?
yeah, I did. Truth be told, that interview was a week ago. Okay?
It's so fresh in my mind. It feels like we just finished.
My stomach muscles have only just relaxed in the last 48 hours because that was a blast. I really, really like those guys. And, yeah, they're, like I said, a bunch of clowns.
You can tell that they are just there for a good time. They do come from an area in Ontario. Actually, we didn't talk about this during the episode, but I did do a little bit of research, like that Newmarket area, which being from there, you probably know, like John Candy, Jim Carrey.
I didn't know John Candy was from there.
Yeah,
Jim Carrey's from, I thought he's from Hamilton. Anyways, go ahead. More fact checking.
Anyways, there was lots of comedians come from that area.
Clown Central over there.
Clown Central.
You know what I love, too, is that, like, that's the first time I've ever talked to Matt. He hasn't joined them for previous interviews I've been on with them, but Travis is an assassin.
Yeah.
He's a comedic assassin.
Just waits in the weeds for his moment to jump.
He knows exactly what he's doing.
There's always one of those guys in the crowd.
So go check out the Elwins. Go follow them. They got a new record out. I don't remember the date. October 23rd, I think.
Get Travis back on.
October 23rd, 2020. Really cool record. Go check it out and go give them some likes and some follows.
And do the same for The Road the Stage.
Mm-hmm.
Subscribe on the Bose YouTube channel.
Rate and review. Like and subscribe. Did you say both of those?
Smash.
Okay, smash. Rate and review. Download, stream, watch, whatever it is. Share it with your grandmothers or your whoever, grandpappy. I don't know.
Every share counts.
It does. That's absolutely right.
Saves a kitten.
Shout out to Go Services Inc., Sawback Brewing Co., Tourism Red Deer,
Bose Bar and Stage,
Communal Creative Studios,
Ryan and Ryley,
and what else? The vaccine?
The vaccine.
Yeah, shout out to the vaccine. New episode of The Road to Stage every Wednesday.
The Road the Stage is produced by Ryan Kuly and Ryley Surian, recorded in Red Deer, Alberta, and in partnership with Bose Bar and Stage, Troubled Monk, and Tourism Red Deer. The Road the Stage.